I don't feel like I've ever said anything on camera that could be offensive to somebody.
Yeah, because you normally like sit on the fence and that anyway in general.
I think it also comes down to people feeling like you're not that guy. So when they're talking to you,
I will never be the person to tell someone, oh, you've been with this person for this long, so what you waiting for?
Like, it's not till 25 where the frontal cortex of your brain is fully formed.
Wow.
25, bro.
Don't try and make it seem like it's an artistic thing. Yeah? You look like a demon.
Do you know the world we're living in right now?
Yeah.
The world we're living in right now consists of like... Oh, do you know what? I was about to say something that was going to get me in hot water.
I was trying to think of a song that we could say.
It's been a long time coming.
No, but is that
That's
right
what we
song
sang
for
that time.
Yeah, I know, but is that the right thing to say to that welcome back? It's been a long time coming, and I know change gon' come.
All right, cool. We get it.
Now, come on, man, sing with me, boy.
I ain't singing, bro.
Come on, man.
Singing days are done. Singing days are done. I need to buy a gun. What you saying, my guy?
No.
It's mad.
It's mad still.
Even sitting here right now feels mad.
Bro, I don't know what happened.
Life
I don't know what happened, but life
happened.
was just lifing still.
Yeah.
We actually have to apologize.
Do we?
Yeah. You know why? Because
you think we older people them?
Yeah, 100%. Because there's a few people that like check in and say like what's happened.
What go on, innit?
Some people on the account, you probably don't even check the account, the Insta account, and people messaging and that. See, it's just unserious.
But that's not true. Actually, that's not true. Like from time to time, I'll go in there. I see people even still following us from time to time. Like, get a random follower here, few likes there. Yeah, man, I like all the love, but it's listen, when life hits, isn't it?
Yeah, but you have a responsibility that for people that look to you for entertainment and say, you know what, On the Rocks gives me a little bit of joy every week. And we took that away from people. And we took it from ourselves because, trust me, us not doing it, I felt like something was missing.
Is it?
Yeah.
You say you love me, bro.
I do love you.
Oh, that's nice.
Come on, man. Like, and even in that period, like, I've told the people here, like, you're one of those friends that, like, you're like a colleague. So if we're not doing a shoot together, you just won't shout, man.
That's not true.
Tell me it's not true.
That's not true.
So,
wait, can I ask you a question? How often do you shout your brethrens?
Well, I've got group chats.
Yeah.
So that's an easier way to communicate with everyone.
Okay.
But the people that aren't in group chats, I will randomly like FaceTime. Like I randomly FaceTime you.
Yeah.
The majority of the time.
Yeah, majority of the time. I'm not really a FaceTimer.
Yeah, you're not a messenger either.
No, like when I see you. And when we talk. That's my thing.
Nah, see, it's
not a good way of being.
It's
I'll
terrible.
admit, but it's also not true. I will shout you. I'll reply to stories on Instagram like, yeah, you're an idiot there. Yeah,
nah,
like, little conversation here and there. You get me?
No, but that's what I'm saying. You need to be accountable for how you act, bro. I could be going through something crazy. This was therapy for me. And you just didn't allow me to have that, and then you just not shouting, man. It's terrible.
That's not true. I do shout you. You know what I realized the other day? You get so wrapped up in like in yourself, like,
oh my god,
that it gets to the point with you where you're like, rah, fam, he didn't shout me.
Nah, that's not true.
He didn't talk to me. He hasn't called me. He hasn't done this. He hasn't done that. He didn't shout me for this function, bro. You go out every single day.
Not true.
Every single day.
Not true.
I go out one time to one snap thing, and what did you say? Oh, why didn't you shout me?
Yeah. No,
how many things do you go to that you don't shout me for?
The reason why I wouldn't shout you is because you actually don't like going out like that.
Not true.
Sav, be honest. Let's be honest. Let's actually open up.
I'm honest, bro.
No, let's
when did I tell you I don't like going out?
Sav,
when did I tell you I don't like going out?
You don't like going out.
You actually sound like some hermit.
No. You go out if it's like birthdays or if it's like an event that is beneficial to whatever you're trying to do.
Exactly.
Some of the things that I go to don't tick those boxes.
Why?
So because it might not be beneficial to your career.
Think about, man.
I do, bro. Trust me, I do. But you also would be a waste of invite because you actually say, nah, like I've got to do this, or nah, like I've got to do that. Like you just won't come in.
I've got responsibilities, bro.
Yeah, and that's fine. But you're literally proving my point, which is fine.
Yeah, but what the point I'm making is, at least shout, man.
Okay, but we've been better in the last few weeks.
Yeah, of course.
We've been better. And I think it's...
Don't say we've been better like it's a thing like... This is what I'm saying. Listen, people, right? If you take something away from this conversation, yeah, take this away. It's okay to talk to your friends every once in a while. Make sure they're cool. Check on them. Make sure that they're all right. That's fine. But also, don't kill yourself. Right? I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about people.
I'm about to say, I'm not that needy.
Don't kill yourself trying to appease people who need more attention than, I don't want to say it's worth, because that sounds like it's not worth you checking on your friends. It's always worth checking in on your friends. Always. But just make sure you also are looking after your own sanity.
Yeah, no, for
sure. Because sometimes people have got these rotors in there. I need to check on this person and that person. Relax.
But you know what it is? Like, there's even one of my guys now that I actually haven't spoke to in like a few weeks, and he's been on my mind in a sense of like, no, wait, I haven't actually spoke to him in a while. Even though we will chat in group chats and we've got a chat together, but it's like, nah, like sometimes that's not enough, bro. I need to actually just check, like, are you good? Like, do you know what I mean? How's the family? All of this stuff, just to make sure that we're actually
facts.
checking in with each other. Like,
that stuff is surface level anyway. Group chat, like, is always surface level. Always surface level. But what you been saying though?
I'm good, man.
How's life, man?
It's good. It's good. I was just gonna do an actual intro.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Can I do
Welcome
that?
back to On the Rocks.
Don't do that.
With myself, Sav, and Sam Abasaki. It actually feels even weird to say
Doing
that,
like, innit?
Bro.
I thought we were done still.
OTR, fam.
I thought we were done still.
But we're not done. Like this. Like, all I'm gonna say is the way life is right now is not conducive to a weekly podcast that we can both commit to. Which is why we're doing this final one to say, listen, we appreciate every single person that's tuned in. Even if you've only ever watched one episode, we appreciate you, innit? Moving forward, me and Sam are not going to stop doing anything. Like, it's not going to be a thing of like, that's it. Me and Sam will never create content ever again together. I can't lie. He needs me too much in his life for that to be the case.
Wow.
But
you could have just said that you like creating content with me,
just
bro.
a little hiatus.
Yeah.
It's a little hiatus.
You could just say that you enjoy creating content.
It's all right. You get me? It's like it ticks a box. Do you know what I'm saying? It ticks a box.
So you're saying that...
No, it ticks a box. You get me?
Inclusivity and that. Diversity.
Don't be taking me for certain corporations. Yeah.
What Sav said. And yeah, because like I said, like, it's not just for the people that tune in. Like,
yeah, man.
I actually think that it's good for us as well.
I hear
it. To just come and chat and talk about what's happening in the world and give different points of views, you know, get people on that, you know, we enjoy their company and stuff like that. And, you know, why are you striking your face like that?
No, I was just thinking about the fact that sometimes I do think we live in a simulation, yeah. I think it was actually might have been either the first ever episode, maybe 2 or 3 in, we spoke about Will and Jada. Right?
Yeah.
Fast forward like 2.5 years, they're still acting up.
Yeah, they're still the headlines. Let
me not even say Will, because I just feel sorry for Donny.
I don't. But let's go on that. Let's actually give the people an update on, you know, what's been happening, because you asked me how things are going.
Yes. Yeah. We'll get to that.
Obviously, I bent the knee, man.
Cool.
And I called you obviously after I bent the knee.
Yeah.
It was a great experience. I'm not gonna lie to you,
bro.
I actually felt like I'd taken on a new persona, a new energy. Like I became more of a man.
Swear down.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It felt like, I don't know. It was so weird because I was so nervous going into it.
Was you actually nervous?
100%.
Wait, I thought she was gonna say no.
Not saying no. It's just you saw what I'd done. So like we were in Thailand. It was rainy season.
Can I just say that is a big deal? Before you even talk about everything that happened and everything that transpired in the lead up to, that's a big deal. Don't ever let it go over your head. Bend the knee and ask somebody to be your missus.
It's crazy still. It's normalized now though.
You think it's normalized?
Yeah, 100%. Like it's become like, it's not a bad thing because I'm a lover. Like I'm all here for love and people, you know, finding their one and getting married and stuff like that. But it definitely is like normalized. Oh, if you've been with someone for this long, you should make sure that you're getting married after and stuff like that. Which for me, fair enough, you could say that. I will never be the person to tell someone oh, you've been with this person for this long, so what you waiting for? If you're that type of person, change. Honestly. Because I actually think there's nothing, if they're your close peoples, you should know that if it's like your guy, you would know, you speaking to me, you'd know it's around the corner. So you wouldn't even have to ask me. If we're not even like that and you're asking me when it's happening,
poor.
It's poor.
It's poor. Do you know what it is as well? I feel like, why would you even stick your nose in it? Because it's like, what do you benefit from now making somebody else feel pressure? Nothing. You don't gain nothing from it because you don't even know the couple.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just know man a little bit.
Remember when I used to say that, like, that doesn't have to be the go-to. Like, you can ask me, like, oh, how's the missus? And I'll be like, oh, yeah, she's fine. And then we can be like, oh, cool. Like, what you doing on the weekend? That's where it can actually end because we don't need to go into a counselling session. We don't need to talk about anything else.
And when you've been together with somebody for certain amounts of time, in some people's minds, it's like the automatic, like, so when you're getting the ring out, when you're going to get down on one knee, or when you're going to do this, when you're going to do that. Like, I don't know, man. My thing is, especially for me and myself, if anyone knows me, don't ever do that to me.
Yeah.
Reason I say that is because me, the type of person I am, it will have the adverse effect.
Yeah.
And you will have regretted what you've said.
Yeah.
So don't do it.
I'll look at you differently still.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. Like, so obviously after, it was a great experience. Like, it genuinely felt like a dream. Like, I'll be honest.
Like, walk me through it. Like, walk me through you deciding, one, I'm going to do it in Thailand. 2, all the things that you wanted to happen in the lead up to actually popping the question. Like, so walk me through it, fam, because it's mad. Like, I don't want to say very few, but not many people I know anyway have got married. I think you're one of the first people in my close, like, friends. Is there anyone else who's got married, fam? Yeah, no.
Engaged.
There is people who've, like, sorry, yes, got engaged. There is people I know who've got married, but like, yeah, it's different. Talk me through it.
So, I always knew that, like, it was something that I was thinking of, but it's, bro, the economy, like, life. You got to make sure, for me, I don't like too much pressure, bro.
Yeah.
And it's not even a thing of I was getting pressure from anyone. Like, my missus is very calm. We're secure in what we have, whatever. Like, so I always knew that. It's so funny because we used to laugh about the fact that before we got together, she put a tweet out on social saying that, oh, I can't get engaged in London, like, type of thing. And she held corn back then, type of thing. But I always had that in the back of my mind, that, like, her dream proposal. And for me, it's like, it's about her, innit? So I want to make sure that it's something that she would like. So we went to Bali a few years ago, and it was probably one of the best holidays we've ever had. Yeah,
when you went there. Still.
And then
that's a different place, by the way, Bali. Thailand. So
yeah.
Because you said you went there a few years ago. You didn't.
I went Bali, it's a similar place.
All right, just make it
It's a
short,
similar place.
That's can't lie.
No, I see. Don't even turn it into that.
Go on.
But so we'll go in Thailand, and I was like, you know what? This would be the perfect time to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I'd planned it like a few months beforehand, but the actual planning, bro, TikTok, bus man, like, completely. Yeah. Because all you have to do, really, TikTok, you can find anything in it.
Wow.
Like, so I'd planned on doing it, but I didn't know that it was going to be rainy season. So when we get out there,
some might say poor planning, but
bro, honestly, I'm not joking. Her sister must have dropped it one time in the chat that we had, and she was like, oh, you know, it's going to be raining out there. I said, what? Like, I didn't even think. I'm thinking a hot country in the summer should be fine. Yeah. Never doing that again. Yeah. So, but the thing is, the rain's not like terrible rain. Yeah, it will rain for like a few hours, and then it will stop raining for the majority of the day. But the first few days we got there, it was pouring down with rain, like to the point where I was calling the hotel and I was like, can we change days? And I was trying to, like, decide which day it won't rain at this certain period. I ended up sticking to the same day because I was like, you know what? Let me just go with the plan. If it rains, there was another plan in case, but we wouldn't have been able to do the fire show. So we're on our way there, yeah. And then as we get there, it, like, stops raining, but it's still, like, kind of spitting. So they put us in one hut where we're eating together. At this point, she either thinks I'm the greatest man on earth to just be having a date in this place, or she
knows what's going on.
She knows what's happening in it. So
did she know? Like, when you asked her, like, later on,
she knew, but she didn't know in a sense of it can all be, the dots can be connecting, but in reality, you actually don't know. Like, until the thing came up, will you marry me? You actually won't know. I could even change my mind on that day. Like, do you know what I mean? Even when we went Mexico last year, I even asked her, I was like, oh, did you think that it was going to happen then? He was like, you kind of think that, because we go on holidays quite a lot. It's like, it could happen here, it could happen here. But Thailand, it was just different because it all, like, the dots were all connecting. So it stopped raining. They took us onto the beach to have the dinner and all of that stuff. Yeah. And then, because I knew that the fire show had to start soon, they were like, oh, do you want to have your dessert? They brought out the dessert. I went to the waiter, like, I took her to the side and I was like, start the fire show right now. Like, you need to start this right now. Yeah. Did the fire show. It just went, it was perfect. Her family was there after. And yeah, man, it was just.
Her family was there.
Yeah, so they were on a holiday with us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we went out to technically celebrate her mum's birthday.
All right.
So yeah, it just ended up being such a, like, incredible, like, experience. It genuinely felt like a dream, to the point where when I was coming back, I didn't even want to tell anyone, because then it became like, oh, now everyone's like in the know of, like, the dream that we just lived. And when we put it out, I was fine with it, but I didn't acknowledge the amount of people that would see it. Do you know what I mean? And then it's like, you're getting messages, you're getting calls and stuff like that. Some people, and don't get it twisted, there's people that are my dogs and that I didn't even tell when I was out there, because you just want to live in the moment. Like, I told a few people, like, do you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna go out my way to tell everyone while I'm on holiday. Like,
nah,
I'm just not doing that.
Yeah.
And then when you get back, you see different reactions and stuff like that. And you know me, I don't like reading into people's energy too much, but I do naturally. Like, I can just tell the energy, and it's about time, and or so when does it happen? Like, man's got back, and you're asking me for dates.
Yeah, that's mad.
You're asking me for dates.
Like, when are you gonna do it? When are you Yo, I can't lie. People can't live in the moment, man.
They can't.
People can't live in the moment. Like, just enjoy the happiness of the moment. Why is it always got to be what's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? Why are people like that?
I wouldn't go out of my way to ask anyone that type of stuff unless they brought up the conversation. I wouldn't expect myself to be invited to anything. Like, genuinely, like, there's been weddings I've been invited to. I was like, raw. I made the cut. Like, I thought that, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't mean we're not cool. It's just, like, I know how much weddings cost, bro. Yeah. Like, and there's times where you're in that situation. You can either decide to feel offended or just be happy for the people, bro. And I'll just rather be happy for you. And bro, I'll say congratulations, and we'll keep it moving. Yeah. But it's been a proper interesting experience. I got random people shouting me saying congratulations. There was one time I was at one NFL event. Some girl was like looking at me, like proper staring at me, and I was thinking she must have seen some content or whatever. She's like, "Oh, congratulations! I saw that you proposed." Yeah, I said, "Raw."
That's mad.
Like that. That's when I was like, "Raw." I didn't even deep that people saw it like that, but it's a nice thing. Obviously, like, loving that. But
have you noticed the difference in your relationship now that you're engaged?
To a certain extent,
because you've been with her for quite a long time.
Yeah.
So you know when people say, "Oh, like, dynamics can shift and change once they know there's a ring on the finger," blah blah blah. Like, have you noticed? And that's not in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, dynamics, innit? But have you noticed a change in yourself? Have you noticed a change in her? And have you noticed the changes you lot together?
Yeah. But
is it?
Yeah, but it's positive though. It's all positive.
Yeah.
Like, there's genuinely, like, bro, you know how to tell you. If it was mad, then it's mad. But everything, like, I don't know, man. I don't want to sound too soppy, but you just feel.
No, you're soft, man. Get out, man.
Nah, I'll take it. I'm a lover boy, bro. Like, we just feel more connected. Like, it's just us versus, good, not versus the world, but we're on this journey together. It emphasizes that when you do that. Do you know what I mean? And it's just been nice. And I think we're just gonna enjoy the process and the whole energy around it. That's what I just wanted to say. Like, bro, it's better for people to not have those convos with man.
But I actually hear it.
Don't have those convos with man still, please.
I've never understood the brazenness behind somebody thinking, do you know, I don't really know Donny, but I'm gonna tell him anyway, or I'm gonna tell her anyway, or I'm gonna ask him anyway. Why?
Just
why?
ask me how my day is, man.
Yeah,
ask me how the missus is. How's your day been?
And congrats.
Congrats.
That's
and
it.
keep it moving.
That's it.
I don't want to hear anything extra. Like it might not be coming out. Some people actually don't know how to conversate and like move conversations along.
People are awkward in it.
But what I've deeped is that when people bring that stuff up to me, I get heated quicker. I don't know why. It's mad weird. Do you have that? Like when you're having a conversation and someone brings something up and you're just like, I actually don't want to talk about this, but you're now making me talk about this in an environment that isn't, bro, we're in a motive, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, we haven't thought about it yet, but like, bro, I just want to enjoy the motive.
Yeah.
Like, bro, Ashaka is on, bro, I'm trying to groove, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But do you know what it is? I think people in their social awkwardness will try and find something that they know you care about to talk about, but they might not go about it in the right way. So some people I'll give the benefit of the doubt to, innit? Some people I'll give the benefit of the doubt to. There's other people where I'm like, nah, I ain't giving you no benefit and no doubt. You're just weird and don't even like allow it. Do you get what I'm saying? But then I think, do you know what I think we spoke about this the other day. I think it also comes down to people feeling like you're not that guy. So when they're talking to you, they will say certain things because they know that nothing.
It's not that.
Nobody will talk to me about nothing that they think I might have a problem with because they don't want it.
You're always screwing and you look very hostile.
I don't look hostile. The people just know, like,
Sav,
just leave.
If people just saw you on the street, look at you wearing all black.
You're wearing all black, basically.
No, but you look.
You're wearing all
hostile. Your beard is just grown. Like you just look.
You sound like a policeman right now. You sound like a policeman.
But you know what I mean, bro?
No, I don't know.
I'll go into emotion and I'll say that I'm smiling.
Yeah, I'll say, yo, what, go on, yeah.
You're not smiling when you go into emotion, Sav. Be honest.
Do you know what? It depends what type of function it is.
What function are you screwing?
If I'm walking into a yardie dance, I'm not grinning teeth and skinning teeth and smiling, bro.
That's what's wrong with our generation.
No, it's not, because yardie dances are not a generational thing. Like, yardie dances have been going on forever. I'm talking about, like, alright, cool. Another example. Let's say I'm going to a function that's a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, bit iffy. I'm not going to walk in there smiling and grinning teeth and making myself look like a fucking target.
Yeah.
You got what I'm saying? Because man will look at, why is man grinning teeth and smiling?
Why can't you be happy though?
No, because as it is already, yeah, without sounding too big-headed, enough man will look at man and think, he's coming in to take all the gal and That's always how it's been with man. People always look at me and think, I don't like this youth. Straight away. Yeah, straight away. Don't like him. Bearded, don't like him. He's coming in here to do like
smizing and that,
and he thinks he's that guy. That's always what I've got from people, even though it couldn't be further from the truth. I'm just trying to have a bubble and a motive, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? But either way, all I can say is, when it comes to people and their opinions, everyone's got one. Some people's opinions are just shittier than others, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's
facts,
how it goes. Man.
Facts. But yeah, man, that's the update that I've had so far. Work-wise, everything calm. Like just ticking, just ticking along. Just ticking along. Yeah. It's crazy because a lot has happened over the last few months. We can't even do that.
Yeah, we can't
right now. But there's a lot's happened. But in terms of the world, which we really need to touch on, because there's been so many things that have happened that I've been like, Sav, should we just do a one-off quickly, even if it's on Zoom, just to touch on it? But then it's like, nah, we can't do that. We can't do a disservice to that. But let's talk about things that have happened recently. Yeah. I'll start with music. So I was gonna say, do you think that Diddy coming to the UK and like 50 coming to UK and both like mess with gigs heavy stamps him as the overall GOAT or the face of UK music?
I think it kind of depends on two things, right? Everybody's got love for gigs, yeah? That guy is like genuinely the landlord. Do you get what I'm saying? He's the godfather, he's the OG of the thing. Yeah. And nobody would dispute that. I don't think anybody would dispute that, yeah. But that's not to say people didn't come before him, because they did. Everybody benefited from platforms that were built before gigs even existed.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? People like Black Twang, whether it was Mike GOC, whoever it was, people have always existed. Skinny Man, all of this. But what I would say is, when it comes to the way people perceive the UK outside of the UK, I think he's the face of it for the Americans, for loads of other territories in the UK where they may not have been exposed to UK music yet. It's Giggs, it's Skepta, and Essential C, and Dave to an extent as well.
Stormzy
as well. I think that Stormzy's got, just from what it looks like anyway, more of like a UK heavy following.
Yeah.
Like Central C's following, you can see is the very European. But also he gets love in the US as well. Like man's like, he gets love over there. Like, but then I think when it comes to Giggs, it's almost like nobody. Let me not say this in the wrong way, but many people don't rate Giggs anymore necessarily just for the music. It's just the way that he is. Do you get what I'm saying? The like, way he moves, the way he connects with people, the way he kind of like garners respect in any room that he walks into just based on the fact that he's an OG. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's funny because you see it with like, you see it with Diddy, 50, Mano, like all these New York man who just rate, man. Bro, like literally when I went to 50 concert like a year, maybe, I can't, when was that?
It was last year.
Was it last year?
Yeah.
It feels like longer than that, man.
No, it was definitely last year.
You're probably right. Anyway, I went to his thing like whenever it was in Wembley, and he didn't bring anyone out. I was a bit disappointed. I was like, slightly wanted to see somebody, and obviously them times there, Pump 101 Digger was going off, so everyone was like, he's gonna bring out my man, and rare. Didn't happen.
I reckon he took offense to that.
Who?
50.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he's got pride like that. Like man doing remix on his thing, and he don't even know man like that. He ain't gonna bring him out to use that same intro.
Yeah, I guess so. I think it depends how much you want to tap into a culture.
But you don't need to.
He don't need to, but it depends how much you want to, innit?
Yeah.
Like in the same way, like Drake doesn't need to tap into any.
But he's
UK
a fan
culture.
of music.
That's what I'm saying.
He's more of a fan of like cultures.
Yeah. You can tell.
Yeah.
You can actually tell with Drake. He just loves everyone. He's
just,
but like seeing Giggs, and not just Giggs, but his whole team, like in and around 50's team. When you're seeing Tony Yayo, you're seeing like Suspect and Buck,
crazy.
And you're seeing like Kais, and you're seeing people from SM1 with G Unit, as it were. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like raw, fam. Like that's big still. That's big. I can't lie. And one of the things I will say is that I couldn't think of a better person to put in front of a 50 or of a Diddy than Giggs
to represent
the mandem. Yo, come on, man.
Facts.
Giggs, bro.
Nah, legendary stuff. There's a lot that we're gonna touch on, so we might even skip over some stuff. But Rema done a concert recently.
Yeah, fill me in on that one, because I've been hearing two things, but obviously I don't really like. You even bust man on his music.
Yeah.
On the way to Strawberries and Cream that time, I never really used to listen to man like that.
Serious artist.
Yeah,
and
cold.
Probably one of the, I would say, the most up and coming in Afro beats. Maybe Ashake. No, maybe Ashake's a bit further behind, but he's more up and coming. Rema's been about. I think Rema was about more, and he's like going into like doing collabs with flipping Selena Gomez and all of these things. So he did an O2 show, and it's so interesting because basically one of these albums or covers or one of his music videos just look mad demonic
with the wings and
like
the
just
red.
Mad demonic. And the thing is, I don't care what anyone says. Don't try and, is it articize? Is that even a word? Don't try and make it seem like it's an artistic thing. Yeah, you look like a demon. And if you look like that and you're dealing with Africans and Jamaicans, you're going to get called out on it. Because that came out and people were like, what does this mean? Why are you doing this? You've changed, you sold your soul, this is that. Then he tried to come on this thing of you
don't understand my culture,
you don't understand where I've come from. You don't know where
the bats and all that.
Yeah, exactly. Which I can get to a certain extent. Now fast forward to the show, I wasn't there. I'm just seeing clips of the show and like everything that happened. Apparently there was like a segment of it that was incredible. We played all these bangers. And then there was a segment of it where there was like, I think there was a house. It was red and black. He came out with those like wings and stuff. And the man is just, you know when Travis does that scream like, all of that stuff, and he's just constant. Bro, there's no reason for Rema to do that for his music. Literally, like if you listen to his songs, there's no reason for man to be screaming the way he was screaming. So I had people saying like, bro, like, is everything okay and all of this stuff? Like, I don't know necessarily where to draw the line with that, but bro, I don't like when artists tap into that side too much, man. Come on, man.
Do you know what it is? I hear what you're saying, yeah, but I think that to some degree, and this is not me saying, yeah, I'm all for the demonic thing, because you already know my thing. I'm not. But what I would say is artists find a way to build buzz around their projects.
Yeah.
Right. And
is that selling out though?
Well, I think you could make the argument that it is. You can make the argument that it's marketing. I don't know. It depends on the way you look at things, innit? Like the people who end up doing the most numbers are the people who have got the most publicity. And people say that, you know, not all publicity is good publicity, which I would agree with. I think that there's the whole thing of there's no such thing as bad publicity. I don't agree with that. I think there is such thing as bad publicity for sure. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to get cancelled. But when you've got a project you're about to put on shelves, some people might think, what can I do to like rattle the cage and create more buzz around this, or create more dialogue or discourse around this than there normally would be if I just drop the thing. Yeah. So I think sometimes it's that, and sometimes I think people are just also like weird, and I don't know which one he is. I'm just saying that there's two things in it.
Yeah, and I think he's, because there was clips of him doing like almost like Rocky type songs, like in the car and stuff like that. So maybe that's the side of him that he wants to delve into. He's not gonna listen to me anyway, but I just don't like that stuff. Like Lil Uzi, for example, there's some songs that I can tune in to, or even Kodak, for example. Yeah, Kodak is an artist that I appreciate some of his music, but I actually can't take it in because his man said "Close to the Grave" and "Blood in My Eyes." Even though these are songs that it's like, bro, I think they're so hard, but when you actually listen to the lyrics, it's too much.
So don't listen to them, man.
So don't do too much in it. But these artists are gonna do whatever. Next one, my album that I've been banging out recently, and I went to her show recently. Yeah, Georgia Smith, "Falling Offline." Yeah, I think he's one of the best albums created this year.
Is it?
And I don't think
haven't listened to.
I'm so angry, that it hasn't got the buzz that it should be getting, but her weight fluctuating has been the main story.
Main conversation.
Like, bro, do you know the music she created in that album?
I know.
Like, I was just about to start singing then. Like, bro, there's few songs in that album that are incredible. Like, the whole album is quality, yeah? But she is, like, so good. At the show, she was incredible. And I'm just like, bro, I just feel... Obviously, I feel bad for her. She's obviously still doing amazing, but like, imagine bringing out such a body of work and the main storyline around it is, we've just seen what's happened to you and this is that, bro. You listening to the music? She's grown. She's like gone into new, deeper meaning in her music. It's just like, nah. I feel sorry for artists, man.
Do you know what it is though? I feel like it's a perfect representation, or like a perfect example of why women are superheroes, bro.
Yeah, word.
They just go through stuff that we just don't like. As men, don't get it twisted, we get body shamed, yeah, but just not to the same degree. It's not even close to the same degree at all that women get it, and it's like to the point where it actually dominates their profession. Like,
especially if you're on screen,
bro. Like, I remember when Rihanna was going through her weight fluctuations, that was like the main topic of conversation for her as well. Like,
even Adele, when she lost weight, is everything all right,
bro?
It's like, fam, what the heck?
It's mad. And like, the more I think about it, number one, can I also just say Georgia Smith is a very good looking woman.
Yeah, facts.
Whether she's big or not big,
facts.
Skinny, tall, short, like Georgia Smith is good looking. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, it always baffled me when people talk about, oh gosh, she's put on weight. Are you lot are just young? Like, yeah, and you lot are young and boring. Like,
I and I think she commented on one of the Shade Borough's posts about her weight, and I that stuff annoyed me, and I don't even know whether I'm becoming too sensitive to that type of stuff. But it's like, bro, do you know how often your weight will fluctuate in your later? Whether it's she's what, 26, I think.
I don't know.
Like, bro. I think she's quite young. Like, it's like, bro, come on, man.
Yeah, come on, man. Left her, and it's also like. Anyone in this life, yeah, can look at her and just it can go one or two ways. Either you see a superstar and you just completely dehumanize her because she's gone, innit?
Yeah,
breaded superstar celebrity, she's not even human. Or you're somebody who's a normal person who will say, that's just a girl who's in her mid-20s, late 20s, whatever it is, finding her feet in life, bro.
Yeah.
Name me a person who's got their whole life under control, and I'll show you a liar.
Yeah. They're all lying. But that's the thing with social media, innit? That's why I respect some of them that ain't tapped in to like socials and comments and stuff like that. The next artist, Potter Paper, I think he's
real back
having one of the best years that I've seen. I remember when you put me onto him. Yeah, I think that was even like when we started the pod.
Just started.
And honestly, didn't think that I was going to be a fan like I am, yeah. You see on my stories, majority of the songs that I use when I need motivation, when I'm in gym, when I need to vibes, Potter Paper is that guy. And now I feel like I've never been locked into his like story about like him in and out of bin and all of that stuff. But now I'm like, bro, please just stay put, because we need to see that music. Bro, we need that.
The story is, for me, what makes Potter the artist that he is, because like you can get invested in a man's music and take it in and think, oh, this is great, like sonically amazing. But when you know that it comes from a certain place and the pain that you can hear in the voice, you actually know where it's coming from because you've listened to his story from the beginning. It's like, bro, it hits differently. And that album, Real Back in Style,
incredible. I still think it is the best album of the year that in the UK that has produced. J House has released all of these, man. Yeah. Like, but I think that album
sensational
as a body of work is incredible. Bro.
Sensational. Like there's songs on there like Kayla's Story. Yeah. Deeper. Goosebumps when I'm listening to these stories. Like even like I think it's called All I Ever Had. That tune, same again, like talking about how his mum and his dad met and about his grandparents like
in the English,
like
dagging of you,
my dad never walked in an African sun.
He's
like, bro.
I actually said that, and I don't even think this is my shout. I said he's the UK Meek Mill.
I can see the comparisons. I get it because it's similar in terms of like genuinely coming from nothing to creating all that he's got right now, especially considering the journey he's on now with the 3-6 label and all that. Have you seen like the fact that he's got artists now? Like,
no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, fam. He's like what's his name? AB, and then there's another one, Fee Gonzalez. There's a couple artists that he's got, and it's like it's interesting to see because he's kind of beginning to transition into like a different era in his music career. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, man, rapping, cool, he's been doing that. Now he's doing talent and like label stuff. It's mad, fam. Like, what's his ceiling, bro?
Yeah, nah, I love
it. Because it's like, I can't remember that many. The only thing I will say is I can't remember that many people who are as lyrically talented as Potter, who are also like label execs and stuff. I feel like it must be quite hard to juggle
100%
being a bad boy artist, like a cold artist, but also being a A&R or an exec. Or that must be like, I don't know how anyone would manage to do that because these things separate.
That's crazy. But I think by the end of the year,
that's his first album, you know.
But he's obviously had
mixtapes, but that's his first album.
Yeah, then that's probably the best debut album that from in last decade, bro. I don't even know.
It's cold. It's very cold.
Hard to top still. Quickly, Stormzy's in a very good place. Like,
Maya.
I'm happy that he came back on socials because he's just a guy that you want to be happy for, innit? Like, because he seems cool, innit? He seems cool and he just seems mad real, innit? But when they got back together, it's so interesting because obviously there was rumors and stuff like that.
It was on the cards, man.
It was.
Don't you ever think it was? No, let me not say it was on the cards because I don't know them, innit? But I just feel like
watching
from the
that
outside
Sun interviews and that.
Huh?
I say you watching Sun interviews. Man said it was on the cards.
Nah, I'm saying it from like, alright, cool. The way that their relationship looked before they broke up, it kind of made me feel like if there was no infidelity involved, which they're saying that there weren't, then maybe there might be a bridge back to something happening one day. And like, I don't know, it was quite funny seeing everybody's reaction. Everyone was like, oh, I'm going to message my ex because this is so emotional.
Yeah. Like, you're not the same.
So shut up, man.
Also, but you know what's so funny, as soon as they got back together, I think, it wasn't even out there, but obviously there was rumors, and I think they were on holiday or whatever. But then when that story came out of them in the States and they were in the alley and it looked like he had like eaten her last pack of crisps and she was vexed, and then it actually was a story.
Yeah.
And it was so weird because the pick stitch was him like doing this, and then her crossing her arms, and then them hugging, and then them walking out with their holding hands together. And it's like, surely you can get from that they had an argument.
Yeah.
Like, it weren't that deep.
Yeah.
They squashed it and they moved on.
Yeah.
But it's like the headlines, they just got back together and there's already trouble in paradise.
Yeah, because that's what people are like, bro. They also don't.
Come on, man.
They don't want to be happy for people.
Do you know what relationships are? Do you know what type of arguments man's had on the back streets or even in restaurants? But no one cares. Bro, and it could be the dumbest thing. Like, you woke up without saying good morning.
Yeah.
Or you went gym without me.
Like, dumbest thing. And when you don't have context of a conversation, all you're looking at is the optics of something. That's it. You get what I'm saying? That's why I'm always conscious, bro, of like, when people are waving your arms, if you're waving your arms around or making it look like something that doesn't need to look like, it might not actually be that deep, but it looks deep.
Yeah.
Because you're doing
perception,
bare things.
Perception.
Like, it looks a certain way, innit?
Yeah. I like the fact that I think she put it in one of her dumps on Insta, so it's like, come on. Like, guys, let's be serious. Yeah. Big up Nella Rose, going on I'm a Celeb. Rate that a lot.
Big
and I'm saying that she could potentially win it. If they're able to,
I don't think so.
Okay,
not because of Nella. Just
there's bigger icons. Like,
I just think people
like great British
yeah
icons. But same time,
I'm a Celeb is also not a predominantly black watched program.
Yeah, for sure. But it can put her on a different level.
Big exposure, bro.
Yeah,
big exposure, because that's the sort of show, like, you're talking about a completely different audience and demographic that you're exposing yourself to.
Yeah,
like, you might as well be going on like Dancing with the Stars or like.
Facts. Like Eddie Caddy.
Like that. Yeah.
Big up Eddie for doing that as well, because that is huge, bro. I'm saying it now. You're going to see me on one of them shows.
Yeah?
Yeah, in the future.
Which one? Dancing on the Ice, innit?
Dancing on the Ice, 100%. I'll do that. But I'll do I'm a Celeb as well still.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. That would be interesting.
So when you're eating balls.
Chill out,
no, because that's what they're going to make you do.
Yeah.
You're going to make you
content.
Eat balls, yeah? That's can't be.
Content. You've eaten worse on screen.
No, I haven't. I've never eaten anyone's ball bag.
Yeah, you've gone to the worst restaurant in the UK.
No, I haven't.
It was the worst restaurant in the UK.
In Huddersfield, yeah.
Yeah, and it was the worst rated restaurant in the UK, and you went there to eat for content. You're telling me
that you're not
gonna eat flipping camel balls, let's say, for the bread that you're getting on I'm a Celeb.
No. I would do it. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. Well, no, I did say I wouldn't do it, but I would do it.
Exactly.
But I wouldn't be doing it willingly, like for free, like you. And you know,
why would I do it for free? Why the hell would I do that for free, bro?
You would.
You're just chatting crap, man.
No, you would. It's the sort of thing you do, bro. Like, we told you, come with us to come eat insects, and you did it.
What insects did I eat though?
I can't remember.
Oh yeah, but I never.
You just did it.
I didn't get those, but that was good content, man.
Exactly, for free.
Yeah, but you're my guys, man. You asked me to do something for you. Don't do that now, because next time you ask me to do something, I'll say no, bro. Anyway, next thing that I saw recently, let's say even just a quick one. Pastor Toby, birthday. The video is wearing Cortez leather bottoms, all of that stuff.
We've been over this so many times.
I don't want to touch on it too much because I actually don't feel like we should give that too much attention. But I need there to be something done for the attention he's getting. And I'm saying that, I'm probably a hypocrite because I'm saying it and we're talking about it now. But it's like, bro, I don't see pastors that are actually, like, not even just changing lives, but like positively impacting communities and that, put on these pages or put anywhere. Like, why can't we highlight? I know bad news or like funny news is the stuff that spreads, but there needs to be something, because, bro, this is supposed to be a man of God. Like, it's supposed to be that, but it's like, it's such a joke now that everyone's just laughing at it. Oh, look what he's doing today. But, bro, like, they've had panoramas.
Yeah.
They've had documentaries, bro.
And anyone who thought that them panorama shows or the documentaries weren't coming, they was always coming.
Always coming. Still.
Always. Like, my thing with Donny, and again, not to touch on him too much, because I don't care anymore. Like, it's got to the point with my man where it's like, either you tune in and you take him in, or you just don't give him the time of day. And it's like, he does the same thing that every other public person who wants attention does. Yeah. They just do things for attention, right? The cars, the glitz, the glamour, the parties. It's the same thing everybody else does, but it just so happens he's a pastor. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like,
there's even a next Donny that does that. What's his name? Pastor Yeka or something like that. The one that was saying, I met my. He said it was cat, but he said I met my wife when she was engaged, but it didn't stop me from. You seen that guy?
Yeah.
It's just we need to stop giving people that.
But people. I don't know how many times I've said this, bro. In general, but the people that take in that content and reward that toxicity are in the millions.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that type of content will always do well.
Yeah. Even that Blue Therapy show that's on Channel 4 that everyone knows is cap.
Of course.
But they still watch it
bro.
Because of the storylines. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe it is just me. Because like Towie, for example, I used to watch that. I don't watch it now because too many things have changed and it's a lot more fake than it used to look. Yeah. But someone compared the Blue Therapy thing to Towie and it's like, oh, it's scripted and stuff like that. But not to that extent.
It's not scripted. There's that the people are still actually real people, and they were in relationships with those people and stuff like that. Like you talk about Mark and all of these guys, like them man were actually like that. Joey Essex and them man were actually like that. Yeah.
This is literally you're picking actors or content creators that want to be in that space. You're putting them with someone and saying, okay, you're going to be a couple and you're going to talk about this. This is going to be your problem. That's going to be your problem. Is that not like?
That it's a show. It's a TV show.
I find that so interesting.
But it's like it's pitched, not pitched. It's almost like packaged is the right word. It's packaged as a reality TV show, and they'll call it a reality TV show, even though it's not reality. But that's the same as almost every other reality TV show you see, right?
Except from
I don't mean the reality is incorrect as far as the people aren't real people. Like keeping up with the Kardashians, they are humans that actually exist in real life with an NI number and with national insurance. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, these are all people who actually exist in real life, but the scenarios they're put into, the environments that they're recorded in are completely unnatural and inauthentic. It's not real at all.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Blue Therapy, the first one, like when it was out on YouTube, the reason it was doing so well is because people was like, oh, is it real? Is it not real? Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I can't work it out. Then obviously it was bait after a while, like
that they're not together, and they're actors.
Yeah, so it's like, which big up by the way, because there's a few people who like, in hindsight, bad boy actors or actresses.
Yeah, 100,
cold,
100.
But I just don't really understand how people, and I've never have, when it even comes to reality TV shows, get so invested in somebody else's life. And especially in this scenario, knowing that it's fake as well.
Yeah, this one's too far.
But it's soap opera.
Yeah, for sure. But the reality TV shows that like man can like fully. You don't watch any reality TV, do you?
Do I watch any?
You ain't been
TV?
watching Big Brother.
No.
Love Island.
The one
Games.
thing I have watched before is Selling Sunset.
That's good.
On Netflix.
That's good.
I like the houses and that.
Yeah. That's
like,
inspirational.
That element is cool. Yeah.
Man, when you see the houses,
man,
the commission, bro, it almost got me into property.
Yeah.
Look, I can't lie to you.
Yo. So like, but other than that, even that's all. Anyway, that show again, like the parts that I enjoy.
Yeah.
And then there's certain parts I'm like, I just can't watch this.
Yeah. Nah, for sure.
Do you know what I'm saying?
You should watch Big Brother though. It just came back. Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been tuning in this whole series, and it's actually very entertaining. The only thing that I could say is that when I was a bit younger, I actually used to think that I could go in on Big Brother. There's no way in hell.
Why?
Because I don't even know how to describe what this season has been. But if you've watched it, you'll know what I mean. Like there's people when it first started out. I felt that everyone that went in wanted to send a message, some sort of message, whether it be socially, politically, all of these, like they wanted to send some form of message. Like, but Big Brothers in the past, you just get random people, they come on, you see how they mesh with each other and that. Bro, these men are talking about politics and flipping like so many different things, and it's like, bro, this. I'll watch Question Time if I want to be listening to politics. Saying that, it has been really entertaining, but it's been interesting to see again them now doing this and seeing how people like different dynamics work, and like we've seen. So I'll break it down. There's been 2 black women in the show. One of the black women is out now, named Tricia. She went through microaggression. You know, the subconscious like racism. I even saw one mixed race Donnie, I can't remember his name, Dylan. He was like, they voted for him. 2 black girls voted for him, and he was like, that's basically black on black crime or something like that, or something along those lines. If you've watched it, you know what I mean. And I was like, this is just madness. Like, it's just madness. And no one was backing them. Like, and basically, she went out recently because she'd been voted out by the general public because everyone was just like, they don't want her in there anymore. But when she actually came out in the public, there people are cheering for her. Then they found old tweets of her saying mad things. And I'll be honest, it's mad things about every group that you can think of. Yeah. So now obviously people are saying, so it makes sense why they were so rude to her in the show, and she hasn't really changed, and it's good that she's been voted out. And it's like, and Charlie Mays, shout out Charlie Mays, because he does like commentary over it on TikTok and socials, yeah. And he was like, yes, what she said was mad, which is factual, but you can tell by what we've seen in the last 2.5 weeks or whatever it is, that she's actually changed. Like, you can tell that her character has changed. And if it's not something that is irreversible, why is everyone still holding on to something that she said 10 years ago? When I feel like, honestly, and it might just be me, whatever people said on Twitter from 2012 to 2014 shouldn't count. Honestly.
Bro, there was an exodus of people.
That was mad. But during lockdown.
Just during lockdown, when people just had time on their hands.
Everyone got it.
Bro, there was a time when nobody anywhere was safe.
Bro, I had to start checking my tweets.
I didn't have Twitter. I never have. I've never had that.
Nah, if you were on Twitter, you'd get cancelled still.
Me?
Yeah, like just knowing how what you think about people and
but I'm not stupid enough to put it out on the internet.
No, but when you were younger, you would have been.
I've never been that stupid.
So on your you had BBM?
Yeah.
Your BBM status, you never said something stupid?
Not ever. I've never been hit up from talking that recklessly. Never.
Swear.
Never.
That's good.
But that's also because I feel like I've got to big up my mum for this, but consequences were always apparent. There's consequences for your actions, innit? Like, a lot of people, I feel like, are not brought up to recognise the consequences for their actions or how it might affect somebody. From a youth, man, my mum was always imprinting in me, like instilling in me, yo, what you say and what you do can have an effect on people.
Facts.
I was also always super wary of how my words could have an impact on somebody. See what I'm saying? That's why I feel like when it came to That's Not News or anything, bro, you could go back through almost all the content I've ever made and you might find 1 or 2 borderline things.
Yeah, but
it would be your opinion.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? That it was borderline. It would be your opinion.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't feel like I've ever said anything on camera that could be offensive to somebody.
Yeah, because you normally like sit on the fence and that anyway in general. Like,
that's not true.
You always like just try and like please everyone.
That's not true. That's you, if anything.
It's not.
It is.
I don't. I'm very honest. If
you're not honest at all,
I am. If I feel like they are open to my honesty, I'll be very honest with people.
Do you know what I think also is the case? I think that sometimes people have certain relationships with people, yeah? And somebody who's a third party who doesn't know those 2 people and doesn't understand their relationship might take offense to the things that they say to each other.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's fair enough for you to feel offended by it. But it's also on the 2 people to know that their relationship should either be between them 2 and not be put out into the universe, or be ready for the consequences. Like, cool. Put it like this, yeah. There's certain things that, like, I've got a brethren, and you probably would know who I'm talking about, yeah. I've got a brethren that's my dog, yeah, to the death. And some of the stuff he says to me, I know would get him. He'd lose every job he's ever had. Like, but I know it's not that because I know him and he knows me. Do you get what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
So like, it all depends on the context in which things are said, which is why when people get their messages, private messages between people leaked and it ends up getting them in hot water, I always feel a little bit.
It's deep.
Like it's deep.
It's deep.
And I get why people get offended, because I understand, innit? Like, you see something, it might trigger you. I get it, but it's different when it's privately said between two parties, innit? That's just my thing. But like, everyone's entitled to their feelings.
Nah, I hear that. I completely agree, to be honest. It's difficult though in this day and age where like you gotta be so careful with like how you say things, what you do. Even what's her name? Suella Braverman. Bro, she's gone,
bro.
David Cameron's back. When I saw man come out of that taxi, I actually was like, raw, like, you're still about,
bro.
You're actually still about. And he's gonna walk straight. This is what I mean about, I try to, since we've been doing the project, I genuinely, I only see updates on socials of what's happening in government, inflation, all of that stuff. But I try not to get too sucked into it, because when you do, you start deep in the impact it has on you and the way you live and that. It's like, bro, I actually don't want to live that way. Like, you lot are going to do whatever you do. If I vote once, actually, I'm not saying people shouldn't vote. At this current stage, I don't even know who man would even vote for. Like, do you know what I mean? But they're going to do what they're doing. Like, they're going through their own situations. Like, Suella, whatever her name is beefing, what's his name? Rishi, yeah. She put a statement out, she's beefing man, saying you didn't do this, you didn't do that. Like, this is, like, what are we actually a part of? These are the people that actually run the country that we live in, and bro, we just have to accept them.
They're just playing games.
It's crazy.
They're just playing games, bro. They're playing politics. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we never elected this Don.
Ever. And a man just walked in. Even David Cameron, yeah, I heard on LBC, James O'Brien, like, onto them. Onto them. He was like, he said something that David Cameron said before he got the Prime Minister job. He was like, someone asked him, why did you want to be Prime Minister? And he was like, the thing is something that I'll be good at. Really? You want to be Prime Minister because you think you'll be good at it?
Why?
That's
though?
Privilege.
It's not just privilege, bro. It's also like, have you listened to his interviews, like, with, like, I don't even know who it was with, but he just sounds so disconnected from everything. Like, that one interview always sticks in my mind. I've got friends from all types of backgrounds, like upper class and middle class, working class. Well, not working class. But just shut up, man. Just shut up, man. You know, like just. Anyway, certain man. This is why I just feel like I'm destined one day to not live here. I know I'm not gonna spend the entirety of my life in this country, bro. Because the more that I see the way this country's run, the way it's set up, I don't want to be here anymore. But do you know what it is? It's hard to also say that, because there are pros and cons to living in the UK.
Facts.
And anybody who says it's all bad, like, you're also a bit ungrateful, because there's good elements to living in this country. That's not to say it's perfect, because there's many things that can be changed, and I'm not going to sit here and reel off a list of things that can be changed forever, because I'm not a politician. And also, like, I don't have all the answers, but most of these people pretend that they do, and that's why I just don't want to get involved.
I also think that maybe it's me speaking from a naive point of view. I think they make it harder than it is sometimes. Like, if you care, it depends. Yeah, obviously there's certain things you can't accommodate for because of the way the money works in this world, in UK, whatever. But I'll always say it, Jeremy Corbyn deserved a chance.
I saw him on Piers the other day.
I couldn't even watch that full interview, you know.
I haven't watched it yet, because I've been.
I don't like it. I don't like it when Piers thinks that he can do that to people.
Yeah, Piers. He's very selective.
Very selective.
Like,
bro.
when he's got Jordan Peterson on, or when he's got, like, somebody who's eloquently,
won't even try.
Like, very articulate, eloquently articulate. Like, he doesn't even try and joust with them. Do you get what I'm saying? Because he knows he'll get wrapped up.
Yeah.
But there's certain man, he realizes he's met their match, and then it's a wrap.
Who asked them the same question.
Yeah.
So, but what do you think about this? What do you think about it? Like, bro, what do you think about it? Like, do you know what I mean?
You're on my show. I don't have to answer your questions.
Yeah. And he always does that as well, man.
I'm sorry. That's his favorite. I'm sorry, but I don't actually have to answer your question.
Yeah.
You do, bro.
Because
you're putting man on a platform.
I saw Louis Theroux call him out.
Is it? The boxing thing.
That was so funny. And then he tweeted him saying,
I watched that still.
You watched it?
I would watch it. I would watch Louis Theroux and Piers Morgan boxing.
100%.
I'd buy that pay-per-view, bro.
Louis Theroux, though, just a quick shout out, because I watched his AJ interview yesterday, and I've always thought he is an incredible interviewer, bro.
Great interview. But he's always been that guy. As a journalist, like, he's always been a great interviewer.
I forgot how good he was, though.
Yeah.
Like, you know them ones where you watch interviews and you're locked into who he's interviewing, but you're tuning into how he really like navigates the conversation, how comfortable he makes the person feel, how he makes it different, like the energy he has, and he's not even like a overpowering personality, but you can't go out of that interview and say I didn't love what he did in that because of how he makes the person feel. That's like, I think that's like proper beautiful, and that's even one of the reasons why I started this thing, bro. Like, I told you about the Reggie Yates stuff and all that stuff. When I was thinking about Louis Theroux, I was like, bro, Reggie Yates, he used to do stuff like that. He obviously don't do interviews like that no more, but I was just like, fam, he needs to get back into it, because he was quality. He's doing everything, bro. Is it?
He's
DJing. He's producing.
Is it?
He's like he's doing everything.
I remember watching a interview with him and Mo Gilligan. You know when Mo Gilligan was doing like his interviews and stuff.
I've watched that. I think that was
like, it was interesting. Still, like those were good actually. I forgot about those. He did a few. Michael Richards. He did the that used to do Roll Safe.
Yeah,
and there can't remember his name.
Caleb. No.
I can't remember his name.
It begins with K though.
Yeah, it does begin with it. Is it Collade or I don't know.
But I know what you were saying in terms of not wanting to. Because he went on like a spiritual journey and stuff, which is
became a reverend, or I can't remember, pastor or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, what the point I'm making is like, being a good interviewer, I feel like it's such a skill that goes a little bit under the radar
100.
because you're so focused on what the interviewee is saying.
Yeah.
Like, you forget that there's a person coaxing all this information out of them.
Facts.
Like Donny's good as well. Stephen Bartlett, I think he's good.
I am half and half of him.
I think he's
I think he's good, but he has moments.
Yeah.
Where, like, for me to be an interviewer or being in those situations, you've really got to strip all your ego and everything back. Where it's like, it's not about me. It's about getting the best out of who I'm interviewing. Yeah. And to a certain extent, he is like that, but there's so many people that always, like, when I say, I like some of the interviews, because I do like what he does, they always pinpoint certain situations where he like makes it about what he's doing or something along those lines. It's like, when you clock it, it's like, after you say that, you watch the interview and it's like, that's when he does what they're saying. But if I'm not watching it, I'll be thinking, this is a good convo. But I think Louis Theroux and Reggie are like, just...
for me, I put Joe Rogan in that conversation as well, because Joe Rogan doesn't even make it feel like an interview. Like, it's just a convo between two famous people. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's certain things that you'll listen. Like, I remember him talking to Robert Downey Jr. and like, it's just like two men who are mad famous having a conversation.
Yeah,
it doesn't even feel like it's an interview, because it's not an interview really. It's just a conversation. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like, there's certain things that you will hear from man who they just wouldn't say it on anybody else's platform but Joe Rogan. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he just brings that something out of, like, I don't know if you've been keeping up with some of the US election, but you know JFK.
Yeah.
His nephew is running for presidency.
Oh, really?
And he went on Joe Rogan and he spoke about all the mad stuff that's going on in big pharma companies, and about how there's a correlation between autism and certain vaccines, and like just bare different things. It's like, you'd never get that on anybody else's platform but Joe Rogan. Do you get what I'm saying? So I just had to give Joe Rogan his
flower. Yeah, no, I'm God willing, I want to do something like that still. Not Joe Rogan flex, but like a 1-to-1 type thing with Pete's, because I started something a few years back and I piloted it with my guy that's the director. But I'm proper interested in that stuff, and I almost, you know, when you're in this industry, you get, when you come in as like a free spirit to a certain extent, where you're willing to learn from so many things. Sometimes you can go on a journey where you're being pushed in certain directions because of where you entered. But then when you strip everything back, and like I said, when I watched that interview, I was like, I started because of the love of documentaries and like finding out new things about people that you wouldn't even see. And that's almost why I went into sports to a certain extent, because there's so much about footballers that you don't see all the time. That if you give them the environment to sit and have that space where they can feel free, and there's no narratives that you're trying to push, you're just trying to get to know them to a deeper level, you can get quality interviews and content from that. So yeah, man, hopefully
bro, like there's certain people in the UK who they're good, right? But I can't think of anybody who really has a platform, that's their platform, that I've listened to and thought, I like their style of interviews. Like, that's not to say there aren't like people who are good at what they do. I think Zizi is like a good example of somebody who she's a bit like Marmite. Marmite. Like with Zizi, you either really like the way she does it, or you just hate it. I used to hate her style of interview, and then over time I kind of got to the point where I was like, I can see why it's effective.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And same.
And I think that with even like Wumi, right, for example, not somebody that I've taken in as much as Zizi, but again, like you can see how there's so many different ways of going about an interview. James English, another one where I'm like, like not just the type of interview, but the type of interviewee, like the subject matters are completely different. Like James English is another one, actually. I need to definitely give man his flowers. He's cold, bro. Some of the stories on his podcast is different
still, and he creates that platform, bro. So yeah, man.
And he goes in there with no notes, bro.
Swear down,
man. Just literally goes in, sits down at the desk with them, no notes. That's why I rate his thing differently, because he goes in, like he just like knows in his head what he's gonna talk to them about. He knows their story. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's incredible still. Yeah, nah, that's I might even take in some of his stuff. I wanted to touch on some more playful things, innit? Like, first one, I saw a scenario that was going around, and we used to do this when obviously we see good scenarios and stuff. So I wanted to see what how you felt about it. So I think it was on a Lonely's podcast. They said some guy took a girl out on a date. She put on his bracelet. When they got home, the bracelet had dropped, or she had lost it. He was obviously vexed. She messaged him after saying, I'll pay for it. Like, how much was it, whatever. I sent her the link, and I think it was 1-4. And she was like, what am I supposed to do in this situation? Obviously, the people on the panel were like, some of them said, yeah, no, you should pay as much as you can. The other one said, you should pay it and then see if he gives you the money back. If he doesn't, then let him go. And there was like a few different opinions on it. What do you make of that? Would you ask? I
wouldn't expect the girl to pay for it, but it's like, you need to be expressing sorrow. I need to see that you're on the verge of tears. That's how much you understand this means to me. See, like you've actually, because you don't know whether that bracelet was something that had sentimental value as well as monetary value. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't know, like for me, anyone who says that if he doesn't ask for the money, I don't know, bro. No. Every man's different as well. Like, you don't know a man's financial situation. He might have put bread aside for ages to try and pay for that. Do you get what I'm saying? And you've just gone and lost it. That is poor.
Nah, I'm sorry. If you've asked for it to be put on, and he said nah, he said please, and he put it on, and you lost it, I'm sorry. Direct debits.
Standing
order, bro. 2 bills a month.
I hear it till it's paid off. I understand. I get why.
If you can't do that, because bro, like obviously, I'm joking, but I'm not joking, because that's a lot of money. And
1-4 was a lot still.
If I did that to one of my friends, I would genuinely say like, bro, I'm gonna have to pattern you one way or another.
Bills, that's
If they now say, if even if you're in that situation, they should be your dog.
Mm.
Like, so realistically, it shouldn't be a thing of, oh, no, I'm the woman and he's the man. Like, bro, you've actually done me dirty.
Yeah.
Like, and it's gonna affect our relationship.
Yeah, facts. That's
Like,
not a little mistake. That's a big mistake. But
Nah.
I don't know. The other side of it is like, let's say my woman, you're my actual woman, and you've lost something of mine. Am I gonna expect for you to pay for it? No, I'm not.
Nah.
Do you get what I'm saying? But
Nah, I would expect you to do something though.
What would you
Contribute or something.
Go on. Let's say your woman right now.
Yeah.
Your fiance.
She would do that. She wouldn't. I would have to say like, nah, it's calm. But even when I say, when I'm trying to grab it back, she's the type of person that would just send something and be like this, or just you'll see the link pop up, like, because it's just a nice thing to do for someone that you have love for and something that you can do. If she was in a position where she can't, like, and I'm asking her to go out of her way, then that's crazy. Like, do you know what I mean? She's not working and all of this stuff.
Yeah, unreasonable.
But I wouldn't even say, it's not even something I would deal with at that time. Just be conscious that I had a bracelet before and I don't have one now, and I loved it. And my birthday's around the corner.
Yeah.
Like,
even if you got to save up for a couple of years, maybe you want to give me a birthday present at some point.
Bro, do you know what I mean? So
I hear it. I do hear that one. That's fair enough.
That one's difficult. I've seen another thing that has been going about, and I don't know what's happening to like the generation of men.
Go on.
But fillers, brother. Fillers, lip fillers, all of that stuff.
Listen,
like each to their own.
Yeah, of course.
But where do we draw the line?
There's no line to be drawn, bro. There's no line to be drawn because, like, do you know the world we're living in right now?
Yeah.
The world we're living in right now consists of like. Oh, do you know what? I was about to say something that was gonna get me in hot water, and I'm not gonna say it.
The thing is, it's so funny. Yeah, I promise you, I actually felt what you was gonna say in that moment,
because
it's
there's
so funny.
many things that make you question, like,
your sanity, bro.
Am I? Is this real?
Yeah.
Am I actually? Is this real?
Yeah.
And it is, bro. You know what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But there's just certain things you can't say because of that exact fact. So it's like, I don't know. The way that I look at the lip filler thing is like, listen, bro, it's your body and it's your face. It's up to you what you want to do with it. Like, who am I to ever sit there and say, you're not supposed to do that, you're not supposed to do this? Bro, you're a big man. You decide what you want to do with your lips. It's not up to me. It's not up to anyone but you, innit? If you want to go and put Botox in your cheeks, in your face, in your lips, whatever it might be, and that makes you happy, then nobody else should be able to say, don't do that.
Yeah.
Because that's up to you, innit? But what I will say is just be wary of, like, putting out there that is, because young people have access to social media, right? I was at a Snapchat event the other day. The core audience of Snapchat is 13 to 18. That's the core audience. 90% of their user base is made up of that category.
Wow.
So if that being the case, please, like, you influencers, bear that in mind when you're putting certain things out there, knowing how impressionable the youths are, innit?
Yeah, it's crazy still.
What do you think? Because, like, obviously we've been, like, from man, we're getting knee jobs, extending their height, dick fillers, all of this stuff. Like, obviously it's all these things.
But I just think, I don't know, because I don't know anyone personally that are doing all of this stuff, innit?
Right.
So
Neither do I.
Like, so I'm not gonna say that it's something that I'm experiencing on a ground level. But if I were to come across those people,
yeah,
I'll just be like, where are you gonna draw the line?
Yeah.
Like, where are you actually gonna say, you know what, I'm content? Like, because the hair thing that we spoke about, you know, getting your hair back, yeah, that's different to a certain extent, because at least it was there before.
Yeah.
If you're getting dots put on your face because you want a beard, I'm gonna look at you differently as well. Like, if you're gonna just do things that, in, like, bro, where do we draw the line?
So would you say, because I was thinking about this the other day, yeah, would you say, because the same thing can happen.
But we used to go to war.
Yeah. Man used to fight with axes in
bro.
fields.
Had 1 meal a day, bro.
Yeah, 1 meal a day. Cornmeal, just normal things. And then you go to war, like, shouting like a
Mud
Viking.
on the face.
Yeah.
Mud in the mouth.
But then, like, I was actually talking big up Unks, man. You know you are, yeah, but probably not watching. I was talking about this the other day. The whole saying of hard men create soft times, soft times create soft men, and soft men create hard times. I think that cycle, I can see why it can be true, because in a hard times are gonna create hard men, right? If you're going through an era of survival of the fittest, then you're gonna create men who are physically adapted to their situation, right? So over the course of time, they're gonna create potentially a more stable environment for people, right? And the softer people get over time because it's stable. Everything is kind of like softer in society, right? And the softer things get in society, and the less it becomes about natural selection and survival of the fittest, it's more about feelings, and it's more about no, but it's do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
It's more about that sort of thing. Like,
it's not necessarily
I'm not saying
it's
it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's cause and effect.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you have different things that happen. Like, do you think anybody in the 1800s, 1700s, even like, let's just say even BC, was talking about? I just think that I identify like It just I'm just trying to put bread on the table.
Yeah,
I don't want to think about what I just need to put. My kids are hungry.
It was
let me
very
feed my family.
It was straightforward.
Simplicity in terms of their life. They didn't have that many things to think about because it's about one day at a time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
So, but that's not. I'm never gonna sit here and say it's a bad thing the way the world's gone.
Of course, because there's more emphasis on like mental health and like things like that, and that is good because
that's a very beautiful thing.
It's a thing that people have, I think it's Mental Health Month this month, isn't it? I think so, or maybe it was last month.
You might be right.
Like those things are important because I put something on my story the other day where it's like, oh, you messaging one of your dogs, like, I'm having a hard time. Like, are you free to have a coffee? Like, man wouldn't just do that. Like, do you know what I mean?
No, that's a recent thing, bro.
And it's a good thing because you should never suffer in silence.
No.
Like, you should never suffer in silence. But the other side of it that you're saying, like, where people are just free to like do whatever.
There's very few lines that are drawn. There's very few lines that are drawn.
I'm not shocked at anything anymore, bro.
Yeah, no. And I think that also comes as a negative. I think that's also, like, you can make an argument for that being negative because, like, there's only so many things that I can see or hear about without thinking that we're going in the wrong direction now. Like, I'm all for people having their freedom, and I'm all for people being able to say and feel the way they want to feel.
Yeah.
But there has to be a line. There has to be a line. You know what I'm saying? When anything begins to affect children, that's like.
But you know why I'm even there's things that have been cut out now. Like balloons is a thingy drug now.
It's a class what B?
Class C?
I don't know.
Class C drug, which is incredible. Because I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie and say that I haven't done it. Like, but the way the younger gen took it too far, don't know what was happening. Man are driving. And not even just balloons. A younger gen. I'm seeing man that have my age and that. Like,
yeah.
Like, you're actually driving, doing a balloon. Tell me, in what
it's not good, man.
World does that make sense? Please,
it's not
please.
Good, I've literally been in a car with man's driving and doing a balloon. Like, not
same.
Me and my dog.
I'm not same. I've been in a car. You're looking at man like, fam, what's going on here?
And also, it's funny though because it's like, wait a second. Is this calm?
Yeah,
this isn't
not calm. Still, it's not calm.
But I didn't even deep it. It weren't until years later. I'm thinking, bro, like, my life.
Yeah, my life still.
my life
still. Bro, what I saw the other day, I went past one school. I was on my way back from a shoot or something, yeah. And you know, like 3:30, everyone's coming out of school. Bro, what am I seeing? Every group, there's like smoke coming out of the group. Just pens, different colours, all of that stuff. What's going on? Is there not going to be an age limit of them saying like you can't vape if you're not over the age of 18?
Yeah, but then this is the thing. It's like I feel like it's only going to be years down the line that you can do studies on the vaping thing because it's a fairly recent thing.
But it was supposed to stop people smoking.
No, but that's what
and
I'm
now
saying.
it's an actual.
No, but that's what I'm saying because people don't necessarily see it as a health hazard. Do you get what I'm saying? Because there's not that many studies on these are the long-term effects of this and that. Because it's all kind of theory.
Yeah.
What happens to people who've been vaping for 10 years? We don't know. Because there's very few people who've been vaping for 10 years. Do you get what I'm saying? So we just have to wait and see with that one. But yeah, I don't know, man. My thing is look, like, if you're of age, then there's not much that people should be allowed to tell you not to do.
Yeah.
It's your prerogative.
Of course.
Right? But if you're of age.
Of course.
So, like, when you've got youths doing certain things, your brain isn't even fully developed yet. You shouldn't really be taking certain things and mashing up your actual development.
Yeah.
Like, it's not till 25 where the frontal cortex of your brain is fully formed.
Wow.
25, bro.
The frontal cortex.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact. Yeah, but it's.
How the hell do you know that?
Just because I just know. I just randomly hold on to weird bits of information.
Your frontal cortex.
Yeah, or of your frontal lobe, or I can't remember.
Frontal lobe. 25. So what's it doing before the age of 25, bro?
1 second, because I need to double check this. Because
that's a big statement. I said frontal cortex, you know. I ain't ever heard
so
them.
this is the brain's frontal lobe, especially the prefrontal cortex, isn't fully mature until around the age of 25.
So what am I doing before then?
You're still growing. You're still learning yourself as a human being. You're not even
crazy.
Like, this is why over time I realized, like, so many. I think that. So why are you laughing?
Cause I thought you was gonna say something about me.
No.
Because that was the way you normally line them up.
Nah, I was thinking about, like, at 25. Yeah, I don't know about you, but when I got to 25,
you felt a shift.
Well, I felt a shift, but I also was like, cool. I have to be patterned.
Yeah.
I have to be patterned.
Yep.
And it was like I'd never had that feeling before, and I'm not somebody that succumbs easily to peer pressure
and that type of age stuff.
Never.
Yeah.
I just felt that organically.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I don't care. Like, when I hit 30, I'm gonna be gassed because I know enough people didn't even make it that far. So, like, I'm gonna be excited every milestone I hit. I'm not gonna have no midlife crisis, bro.
Yeah.
Because everything's a blessing.
Yeah.
So when I hit 25 and I felt that, I was like, nah, something's different.
No, I hear that, and I felt that. Lockdown, boom.
Yeah.
Bro, remember on my birthday, I was saying this year I'm gonna take it by storm.
Yeah.
2 months later, lockdown.
Boom.
Bro, I was just locked down, bro.
Yeah,
no trim, bro. Frontal lobe not working the way it's supposed to. I'm not seeing outside. It was deep, man. It was deep.
Hey, that was a painful period, bro.
I don't even think if they ever try to bring that on us again,
I don't think it'll work this time.
It wouldn't. People wouldn't listen.
Nah, people. That was their one.
Because everyone was shook.
Yeah.
But now, sorry, it's a flu.
Yeah. Nobody even business it. Like, even with the vaccine, that wouldn't. The amount of people that got the vaccine would drastically drop this time if they was to try to do like a nationwide vaccine.
But you know what's so funny? There's still those, like, public outrages that, like, still impact how people view things. Remember when they were saying that Paris, the bed bugs had transferred over?
Yeah.
Bro, when I was on trains, I was sitting forward like this.
Yeah.
Bro, I was not, my back wasn't touching.
Because they was on the Bricky line, innit? They was on the Victoria line.
Yeah. But I even think that was overdone. Like, someone just probably
saw a bug. Yeah.
Exactly. And I said,
it's possible.
It is possible though. Them chairs are dirty.
Bro, have you seen the video of the hammer on the bus?
When they're slamming it.
And then it's just dust, dirt, just flew.
Bro,
that's flew.
I saw one.
Visual.
Yeah, I saw one Donny on a train yesterday. Not even shout out to him because I didn't want to be deep. But man came from like he looked like he had really been working because man was muddy. His back was muddy, all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Bro, for people, stand up. Because he was sitting down, stood up now. If you saw what the chair looked like that's actually like, that's not fair. You shouldn't be doing that.
That's mad, bro.
You shouldn't be doing that still. And people were I remember someone wanted to sit down after and everyone just kept on telling people, don't sit there. It's like, but tomorrow's going to dry. Someone's going to sit down, bro.
Yeah.
Mud on your bum.
Yeah.
Mud.
Aye. Nah. You know what it is for me? I never want to be one of those people who is made to feel like I have to conform to any chain of thought. So like with the pandemic and everything like that, yeah. Like you already know me, I'm quite stubborn when it comes to certain things.
Very.
So if
terrible at times to be fair.
not true. You're wrong and strong.
That's not true.
And then with the thing with like the way like that whole situation, and also everything that transpired after with so little accountability. Like this Matt Hancock done, and like everybody else, this Cummings, what's his name?
Dominic.
That Donny, like all these weird Donnies, blood. Who sold everybody dreams.
Yeah, it made you deep still. It made you deep. That,
and then but then it was also like, rah, I can see like who are the compliant ones.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily, I'm not saying that as a bad thing, because you know, everybody's lived experiences culminate in your character, but that was a compliance test.
Yeah, and they failed.
I don't think they failed. I think it worked. I think there's literally millions of people in this country now with a vaccine that has no effect.
Don't say that, 'cause I got it done.
Yeah, I know you did.
But it worked at the time.
But it didn't stop people from getting COVID.
Yeah,
it didn't even stop them from passing it on.
It wasn't supposed to do that. It was supposed to stop
mitigate the symptoms.
Yeah,
Dave Warner nearly died. He didn't, but you know what I'm saying?
I was like to say,
but he had it bad.
Yeah,
and he got booster jabs.
Yeah, nuts.
I shouldn't even be saying this. I shouldn't even be saying this because you might not want that out there.
Yeah, nah, but a lot of people, yeah, it's calm. But yeah, a lot of people got it done. It's
people got the jab and boosters, and still was written off from COVID.
Yeah.
So like,
I saw someone barking.
Huh?
After they had the jab done, saw them barking, saying that that's the jab done that to them. Will you not see those things where people were like walking different and that? Actually, it's not even funny. They said the symptoms after getting a jab had an impact on them in that sense, like different ways, bro. It felt
physiology.
Do you watch Gen V?
No.
Do you watch The Boys?
I watched the first season of The Boys. Yeah.
Bro, finish it and watch Gen V. Yeah, I don't even know why it's gone there because we're talking about mutation and that. Incredible series. Incredible.
No, The Boys is good. I've taken it in to a degree. I haven't watched the whole thing.
No,
I started season 2 recently.
Watch that, and then watch Gen V. Gen V's like the
with the thing, the blue thing. It's about the blue thing, innit?
What blue thing?
Isn't it about the blue thing? Like, you know the thing. What's it called, man?
What are you talking about?
You know the compound V.
Compound V.
Yeah,
compound V. Yeah.
It's blue, isn't it?
I don't know, but yeah, it's about kids. Like it's like a different, it's like an extension of it, but they tie into each other. It's genuinely incredible. What have you been watching recently?
Oh, I watched the thingy, the thing from the world of John Wick. What's it called?
On Amazon.
The Continental.
I didn't like it.
What? Why?
Because it's too much. I don't even understand why men are dying. I didn't get it.
It's too slow. I get it. Like that. Like,
nah, not even that, bro. Just like you see what John Wick is. John Wick. They wanted that to be similar to John Wick.
No, it's from the same world as John Wick.
I know, but you got to tell me more. There was too much going on. I remember I saw one thing.
It was Winston's backstory.
Who's Winston again?
See, this is what I mean.
Wait, who's Winston again?
From John Wick.
Yeah, but who is he?
Yeah, I'm saying the guy in John Wick who he ran the hotel.
The hotel. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's about. His backstory. So you know, like.
See, maybe I need to finish it.
You know, what's his name? Damn, man, I can't remember the name of the actor. But anyway, he was like the old grey guy, and he was always with the black Donny with the glasses.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He was the main character in the Continental, but the younger version, it's showing his like origin story and how the Continental came to be in his management and all that.
Did you watch Top Boy?
I did watch it.
You like it?
Disappointing. A little bit disappointing, but like
they finished it too soon.
It felt like a little bit of an injustice because of the fact that
it was so good.
Like the rest of Top Boy,
it was so
including
good. Summer
House, great TV. Do you get what I'm saying? Great TV, but then like I feel like to rush something like that.
I felt like Game of Thrones last season, isn't it?
Literally about
like you're just deading man off with no explanation. You're not finishing stories. People are running away. You don't know where they've gone.
Yeah,
like bro, give us some more. Like,
it didn't feel wrapped up. It didn't feel wrapped up, but it is wrapped up because they're both dead. So it's done, innit?
That's a mad spoiler, but people have watched it by now.
If you haven't watched Top Boy by now, wake up, man, and grow up and get grip.
Fair enough. Quick one to finish. My boys, we're en route back. Blue side, better side of London, you know.
Oh, Chelsea.
Yeah.
I mean, you lot are still whack, but you're better than you were last season.
Should we have beat you?
Huh?
Should we have beat you?
It shoulda, woulda, coulda, but you didn't. Like, it's.
Will you win a league before us?
That's a better question. I think we will. Yeah. I think we'll win the league before you.
I think you won't.
But I don't think it will be under Poch that you lot actually recover.
Interesting.
I don't think Poch is the one to bring you back to.
I think he is.
I don't think so.
I think
there's too much to do for him.
Nope.
He's not a proven, like, he's not like, I actually rate Poch.
He got Spurs to a Champions League final and consistent Champions League football. Yeah, that's fine. But what's Arteta doing?
What do you mean? What is Arteta?
What's he doing? Tell me what he's done.
Wait. Can I ask you a question? Did I say that Arteta's a better manager than Poch?
But you're saying he's not got that. But
Did I say that we'll win under Arteta?
Oh, so you don't think
I don't know. I think that
you answered that very quickly because you know that you've stumbled somewhere.
I haven't stumbled anywhere. I'm saying that with Arteta, like, people have I like Arteta. Don't get it twisted. I think he's a good manager, but I think that's what he is. I think he's a good manager. I think people are putting him in categories
that he's not.
That it's unfair to put him in. This is his first managerial role ever.
He's 5th year.
Yeah. But this is his first role. Like, this is the first ever job he's had as a manager. You can't call him multifaceted yet, because all he's had to ever work with is one set of board of directors, one set of this, one set of you understand what I'm saying? Like, you've only ever walked into one training ground as a manager. Like, I feel like to earn your stripes as a manager and to be somebody that you can put in categories with a Klopp or a Pep or anyone, you got to make sure that you've got something on your CV to say silverware and progress, right? He's got that already. He's made great progress with Arsenal already, but silverware lacking. He's already won a silverware with us, but it's still lacking. But I'm also not here for the Arteta slander.
I hear it,
because it's like you're what you're doing is not fair. Like,
I rate him, but
people go on. I think it's because of Arsenal fans. Arsenal fans
toxic.
Are jarring, man. They're jarring. They irritate me a lot. Still,
it's like he's now set a standard that they can't look past. So it's like, even this season, it's interesting to see like the discourse around him as a manager and whether he can take you further on and win those trophies. But I think he's doing a good job.
He is doing a good job. We'll see. It remains to be seen. You just focus on you lot, because right now I feel like, what have you lot got going for you?
Well, our team is on the come up, bro. Cole Palmer.
Just one player.
Cole Jermaine Palmer, bro. Cole Jermaine Palmer.
Hey, bro, I remember seeing the picture of him and his granddad. I said, yeah.
That's my man, bro.
Salute, fam.
Jermaine.
Can I just say something? Peter Drury has been holding corn. I don't understand it.
Because he's so poetic.
Yeah, but just left him.
Man said, the boy from City.
No, City's boy is Chelsea's man.
Chelsea's man, bro.
That's poetic still.
But that's poetic, but it's like, bro, did he think of that before the penalty?
I would wager that. I don't know this, but I would wager that there are certain pre-scripted lines that he's got in case certain players score, certain things happen, so that he's got it written down. It's like, make sure. But it's delivery, it's timing.
Exactly.
Like man can't take that away.
It's because we weren't used to hearing him so often, and now we're hearing him every week. It's like, bro, someone said that he will be commentating Burnley and Wolves, and he will be talking like it's a FA Cup final or flipping Champions League final. It's so like, funny, but I like it, man.
Somebody said Reece James taking a throw him. The boy from Cobham. You know what I'm saying? Like,
born and raised in West London.
Yeah. Like, it's not, like, I get it, but at the same time, let man do what he's doing. He brings some excitement to it.
Yeah, word.
Which quickly prediction, because we've done this before. Prediction. Where's Chelsea gonna finish this season?
Top 5.
Top 5. Yeah.
Top 5. Yeah. Top 5. Yeah.
Why? What makes you think that?
We're on the come up, and
what does that mean?
Brighton injuries, Newcastle injuries, Tottenham injuries.
Do you think you'll finish
European
above
football.
Tottenham?
If the trajectory that we're seeing now continues, yes.
Do you think you'll finish above us?
No.
Right, cool.
Not yet. But we'll see. Stranger things have happened. And it could happen. But I know you don't think you're going to win the league. You're probably going to say top 3.
I think to win the league this year, I think it's harder. It's going to be harder to win the league this year than it was last year.
Yeah, I agree.
And we didn't do it last year.
Yeah.
So it's unlikely. It would be unrealistic for me to say, yeah, I think we've got a chance. Like, everyone's got a chance here, but it's percentages and probabilities are different.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like, City, with arguably their best player being out, are still dominating.
The best. It's crazy.
So it's like,
that makes sense.
How are you gonna say that when De Bruyne comes back, they're not just gonna get even better?
Yeah. Facts.
Anyway,
people, this has been another episode of On the Rocks podcast with your guys, Sam and Sav. Like we said at the start, if you've made it to this point, appreciate you, because we've rambled on a lot, but it's been a long time. We are going to try and do something and sort out some sort of schedule. We will let you know on our social platforms. We'll probably be uploading the clips and stuff from this. If you guys have anything you want us to talk about or any guests in that, whenever we do film, let us know. It's going to be more sporadic than it has ever been. But just accept that we are trying.
Life, man. Yeah, man.
Life is there. But we appreciate you being on this journey with us, and we love you. And if you want to send this to your friends and say, you know what, these guys aren't performing week in, week out, but when they do have big games, they're there. You know what I mean? They show up, bro. So yeah, man. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to never miss videos that do come out. I will see you next time.
Love.
Peace.